Welcome, friends. Today we are going to put together, make it a little shirt, a sweatshirt, because it's getting cold. This is the sweatshirt that I bought, still has the tags on it. You see I put out my ink mat. It's a sticky mat that I stick it to the back of the shirt, to the inside of the shirt, on the side that I want to put the design on. This keeps the shirt straight. It keeps it from moving around while I'm trying to put the design on it, and it also keeps the paint from going through to the next thing, to the other side of the shirt. So I'm sticking it on there, trying to get it a little bit straight, but I don't want to stretch the shirt because that will just make the design look kind of wonky. So I'm just kind of straightening it out a little bit so I make sure I get the design on there straight. So I'm putting it back to the right side so I can put the design on the front of the sweatshirt. Although it's warm here, I'm trying to make a sweatshirt for the cold weather that's coming. So you see I still got my tags on there. I don't like to take my tags off till I'm ready to use it, to wear it, in case I decide to sell it or something. So once I wear it, I don't sell it, of course. Well, I can sell it if you really want it, but I don't usually do that. So I find the middle. You see right there in the V. You notice I like a V-neck on my shirts, t-shirts, and see it says BRR. It's cold outside. Although it's 70 degrees where we are, it's going to be 20 in the next couple days. So we may even be getting snow. So I'm pulling this out. I've used it once, but it's still quite sticky. I am not going to fuzz it because fuzzing it is the definition of putting it on material, taking the fuzz off, and that's what I'm doing anyway. So I want to leave it like it is. Now to get the midpoint, I always get it right in half, and I put a little crease in the very top. That crease goes right away in no time, but that helps me to line up right with the V-neck of that shirt, and so I can get it on there in the right spot. Getting things straight is really hard for me. So I get it on there, make sure there's no bubbles, smooth it out, make sure it's sticking real good, and it is on this shirt. Getting my ink, I decided to use blue for this. It's called Cadet. It's a nice color, a nice deep blue. So I am getting my squeegee. When the design goes like near the edges, I usually add tape on there, but I'm not this time because I don't think I need it. I am getting a wet wipe because I got paint on my hands, or the ink on my hands, and if I touch the rest of the sweatshirt, I'll get ink on it, and so you can't just wipe it off like you can with chalk on all of our surfaces. But on this one, so I put a bunch, I took some off and put it in the middle already, and I'm spreading it out, making sure I get all the different spots on the design, the top and the bottom, all the edges, and making sure I don't have any ridges in my paint, because it will dry that way with like a little line in it. So I make sure it's all smoothed out, and I'm making sure I can spread that paint as far as it'll go, because it doesn't take a lot to get this on there or to get it done. So I have a lot left over for more projects. So I'm making sure the top and bottom of each letter, all the edges are filled. For me, that's the hard part. That's the parts I miss every now and then, is the edges and the tops and the bottom. So because I get excited how pretty the design looks. Um, so going back through, making sure I don't have any ridges up there. I really like the color. That color on the gray looks really cool. I can wear that with my blue jeans. So it'll be a cool sweatshirt to have around. It is big. It's a big shirt. I know some people are like, oh, don't want to say what size I wear. Well, it's an XL, and I can tell you that all the XLs sell out first. So I'm okay to be me. So I'm getting all the edges done, all that in there, going back over, making sure I got everything. If this was the chalk, I would have to stop and peel it off and dry, but the ink takes a lot longer to dry. I wiped my fingers off, making sure I didn't get it, so I don't get any over there. Look how pretty that looks. That is so neat. I took the transfer off and I put it in some water. I got more paint on my hands, so I got another wet wipe and cleaned my hands off because I don't want to get it. I don't want to get anything on my shirt. Experience. If I don't clean my hands off, I'm going to end up getting it on my shirt. So look at that. How cute does that look? So we're not done. We got to dry it. Now you can take it from here and just put it aside and let it dry overnight, and then heat set it the next day. But I'm going to take my heat gun, and it takes about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm just going to dry it. Takes a little bit longer with this thicker material than it does on the t-shirts, but it's just a matter of minutes. 2 to 3 minutes and it's dry, and then you can use it to put it on. Then you're ready to heat set it and wear it. So I'm really excited about it. So be careful not to put it too close to the shirt. You can burn the shirt with your heat gun. You can burn the what do you call that? Burn the paint, burn the ink into it. So you don't want to do that, but keep moving it around, keep drying it, going over and over different areas. Move it around, keep it drying it, moving it over and over. And before you know it, it's going to be. I really liked it, the design. Was our Christmas, one of our Christmas things, but it's not really Christmas. That's what I like about it. It's just birds go outside. That has nothing to do with Christmas. It's just a winter design. So I even like snowflakes after Christmas because it doesn't only snow at Christmas. It usually snows after Christmas in this area. So it's nice and dry. I took it off. I'm wiping my hands again because touching the paint to see if it was dry ended up getting more paint on my fingers. So I'm going to make sure that, because I don't want to get it on my shirt, because it's my shirt. But I really love this sweatshirt. Did I say it had pockets in it? I like pockets. So it's hard to find lady stuff with pockets everywhere. So I like that this sweatshirt has pockets. It's big, it's fluffy, it's warm, it's a V-neck, and it has pockets. How awesome is that? So I'm turning on my heat machine, taking it off the backer sheet. You do not want to heat press with that backer with your ink mat on there because it will glue the ink mat to the shirt, and you don't want that. So the ink mat's not made for the heat of the iron or the heat set machine, the Cricut machine. So I took a plain sheet of paper or a thick sheet of paper, and I put it between the front and back, or use it like a backer sheet. So I don't want to get if the ink goes through the shirt, I don't want to get it on the other side, on the back of the shirt. So I put it underneath there. I should have put the mat first, but I'll figure that out here in a minute. I had to actually do this voiceover because my husband's watching the football game and we're in the same room together. So I said, it's okay, I'm going to learn how to do a voiceover. So I'm actually replacing the voice on there. So hopefully this all works out good. Again, making sure my hands are clean. I put the pad underneath, the heat pad underneath there. And now that this is warmed up, I'm going to bring I got to put a cover over this. I'm putting a paper towel. You can use parchment paper. Don't use the wax paper, you'll get wax on your shirt. But the regular brown parchment paper is just as good. A sheet of paper is just as good. I had a paper towel and I've been using this paper towel for a while. And as long as it's good and dry when you do it, you don't get any ink on the paper towel that will transfer again. So I've been using it. I've used it a couple times. That's how cheap I am. I reuse the paper towel. But it's on 330 and I do it usually 15 to 30 seconds. Since it's such a thick shirt, I did it for 30 seconds. And then I pull it off and there's no blue on the paper towel. And what you do is you do it on both sides, the inside and the outside. So I'm switching it around. Maybe not as eloquently as I could, but I am switching it around. So I can iron the inside of the front of the shirt. So I'll put the paper in between so that when I iron it, there's no possibility that I'm going to get ink on the back of the shirt, which is the outside of the back of the shirt now. Or the inside of the back, no, the outside of the back of the shirt. Is that confusing or is that confusing? So I got that laid out. I'm even put the paper towel. I really don't need it, but I'm putting it on there. And I will that was it. It's a little bit heavy, but wasn't as hard as it looked. So I added some time I had it on 15 seconds. I added it to 25 seconds and just put it on there. So you can watch the countdown and see how fast it goes. And it's awesome. So I'm really excited. So once this is done, that's another thing. If you want to, like I do with an iron, I'll do the same thing with an iron, but I'll keep moving the iron because it's a little smaller than that is. This I don't have to move around, but you can. So when it's done, take it off. Right side back out. And you are done. It is ready to wear. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. I really like it. Brr, it's cold outside. I'm gonna need it in the next couple days. Hey, share the video, share the love, send me some hearts. Thanks for watching.